Why hello there my cuties and welcome back. It's me, Pax. I would like to specify that before I even get into this, that there is no way, shape, or form that I am anti-Mary Jane use. Also, I am not entirely sure how YouTube runs when it is regarding these topics, so for my own sanity and to hopefully not get demonetized, I'm just going to be referring to this as Mary Jane. But if you are not an American and you're confused, a quick Google search. But I am referring to the greeny green, the zaza, the stuffy stuff. I just don't know the rules around that as far. Swears are not allowed, but I don't know if just directly saying that is gonna do anything. So for the sake of my own sanity, we're going to just say Mary Jane. Now again, like I said, I am not anti-Mary Jane use. In fact, I support it. I think it can be a wonderful tool for a lot of people that suffer either maybe anxiety, insomnia. It can actually help prevent seizures. It can do a lot of wonders for people. However, that does not mean that it can't cause problems, and I think that's something that should be talked about and people should be made more aware of. This also isn't me trying to fearmonger, or if you're, watching this and you're like, oh my god, I can never ever do that. If you live in a state where it's legal and you are of age, go. I don't care. It's your life, man. It's the same thing with alcohol. It's your life. Just like literally anything, make sure there are people around, make sure you are safe. It can cause problems, and the last thing you need is that you have a really, really, really bad reaction and you are all alone and nobody can help you. I would genuinely suggest the exact same thing if it comes to, alcohol or literally any kind of substance, even, vaping. Anything, just have somebody with you just on the off chance you have an allergic reaction or any kind of bad, poor reaction. So with all of that out of the way, let's hop on into this. So for those of you who are new here, let me just kind of backtrack a bit. So my name is Pax. I am very chronically ill. I have a lot of problems, not to brag, but I do, unfortunately. One of those fun, funky, fresh issues is that I have a condition called fibromyalgia that is an inflammatory-based disease/illness, which basically means that my nerve endings are constantly getting signals of, you're in pain, oh my goodness. Which I'm sure, as you can imagine, is kind of not the best and annoying and awful, depending on the day. We make it work. The real issue here, though, was because I'm a lovely American, I lost my insurance in September. Technically around October, since it was like right at the... No, yeah, it was October. Okay, because it was the butt end of September. But because of that, I couldn't afford any of my medications, which is not great when you have a lot of problems wrong with you. The current issue I'm facing right now is one of my literally life-saving medications I can't get. Not to brag again, but I'm not doing too hot. We're working on it. That's a topic for a different day. But because of my lack of insurance, I haven't had, almost all of my medications for months. At this point, the medication I need that saves my life, I think we're pushing 8 months. But luckily, once I was able to get insured again, I only had to deal with that for 6 months. So yay, cool. Not to brag again. It is what it is. But rotating back to all of that, because I couldn't have any of my medication, I was in a lot of pain. And this is the first time during a winter I had gone completely without any medication, which is horrible for me because my fibromyalgia really likes to pop off around wintertime because the cold plus me equals a lot of pain. So much pain. Now, just about every single person I have spoken to, and I also live out in Oregon, so that's kind of self-explanatory enough, is oh, you should do the Mary Janes. The Mary Janes, it's perfect for pain. Oh, you got anxiety, whatever. And, the Marys did not sit super well with me. Smoke usually gave me like a mild headache, so like I'm like, well, I think I'm allergic. But lo and behold, I am not the smartest person. Sometimes I'm kind of what you might consider a little dumb, and I went against my better judgment. It was actually the night that my partner had unfortunately broken his ankle, and not only did I want some stress relief, just to not be in so much pain. And so I got a little Mary Jane gummy, a little gummy, because I'm like, what harm could a little gummy do? Apparently a lot. And let me just preface again, I was stupid, and I did not account for how much you're supposed to take. That's like the #1 rule everybody does, is you eat too much, and then you just go and have a like really bad, awful time. And that can happen to anybody. Unfortunately, what happened to me was not only did I have a really bad high, I had a seizure. Not one, but multiple. It was really, really awful. Oh my god. And we weren't really sure if they were seizures. And here's the other thing. I am currently waiting on a neurologist, and if anybody has had a specialist of any kind, you know that it takes literal months. I don't see my specialist for my neurologist until July. I'm recording this in May. Awesome. So while I have been waiting desperately on a neurologist, I've been to the ER not 1 but 3 times about this. And, you know, a really great fun thing that I've learned is that if you are having a seizure, unless you are actively dying, if they last longer than 5 minutes, you can't breathe, you are like vomiting, the hospital can't do anything for you. They literally can do nothing. You just have to sit there. They can try giving you some medication and see if it maybe does anything, but they can't do anything. And so at this point, I've been told, just stay home, just get comfy, ride it out, which sucks. I got to have a whole argument with my father on that, and he said, no, you need to go to the ER about that. And I said, no. The hospital doctor said, don't do it. By the time you probably get seen, they're going to be done, and you're just going to be stressed out, which might make them worse, or you're just going to be tired and want to be in bed, because chances are once they're done, you're going to want to go to just sleep. And it's true. Yeah, like, there's nothing they can do. All you can really do is tell them and hopefully get a referral to see a neurologist, or tell your provider, your primary care physician, that you have been possibly having seizures, and they will say, all right, let's go to neurology. Because hospitals, most of them don't even have the equipment to scan you to see if you've even had a seizure. Like, most of them do not have the equipment. You have to go to a specialist. So that's cool. I don't know how it works in other countries. So if you ever like had epilepsy and then you went to the ER and they could just do that for you, or maybe you just got really lucky with the hospital, I don't know. But mine said, nope, we don't have that. That sucks. Sorry. I've been talking with a lot of people on it and just trying to figure out what to do. I have been, I think, like about a month, almost 2-ish months into now of Seizure City, and we've kind of figured out what sets them off and kind of what to do about all that. Honestly, I'm pretty blessed because a lot of my friends have taken it obviously very seriously. I'm like, hey, yo, flashing lights? Nope. They set it off. So all of my friends, you know, if they send me a video or if they send me anything, they always make sure now that it doesn't have any like intense flashing lights. My low blood sugar will immediately set it off. My ulcerative colitis, if I'm in a lot of pain, it sets it off. If I'm too stressed, it sets it off. Like, it's a lot of things. But I'm remaining positive because I've had a lot of diagnoses, like I said. I have POTS, I have fibromyalgia, I have ulcerative colitis, and now I'm maybe epilepsy, we don't know. I'm not putting a name to it, I'm not saying what it is until I get a proper diagnosis, but I'm trying not to be too bummed about it. I kind of had a minute there where I was just crying my eyes out and screaming, and I'm like, this is awful, like I don't want to deal with this anymore. But the downside was that when I would start freaking out about it, I would have them, and I would start seizing out, and like, the reality is like, you just kind of have to roll with the punches. So that's what I'm doing. Unfortunately, because of the seizures and because I haven't had any of my other medications, my other illnesses have been greatly exacerbated. That's cool. Really awesome. So walking around has been really, really difficult for me, unfortunately. I'm back to using a walker. I'm hoping I don't have to use a wheelchair again. So everybody just like, let's all universally like pray together that that doesn't happen. But the walker is, it is what it is. I'm not gonna get, huffy and puffy about it. I've been trying to go outside and get all my little walkie walks, trying to get a regular sleep schedule, trying to eat well, and just do what I can that is within my own means and within my own power. And really, that's the biggest advice I can give to anybody if you are very recently chronically ill, or if you've just been dealing with it for a long time and you're still trying to find answers, is do what you can that's within your power. Obviously, do it in a healthy manner. Don't do anything bad, but don't bully yourself if you can't do certain things. My partner, he had a very chronically ill mother, so in some ways he understands, in other ways he doesn't fully get it. I had to explain to him, like, some days I can only get out of bed and that's it. And that's just the life that I live sometimes. But on the good days, oh my god, I value those good days so much. And again, like, that's what you gotta do. You just gotta roll with it and kind of just deal with what you've been handed. As sad as that may sound, like, there's no point in being mad at something when you can just take it, embrace it, and roll with it. The seizures suck. They're not fun. It's a new thing that I gotta deal with that I don't really want to deal with. But ultimately, I'm not going to continue and like cry about it and be upset and mad at the world about it. It is what it is. And that's all you can do. And yes, looking back on it, do I wish that I had not taken the forbidden gummy? Of course, 100%. But from what the doctor said, he's like, listen, this seems like it was inevitable. Like, the amount of stress I was under from trying to work a quote-unquote normal job, attempting to be quote-unquote normal, and none of it was working. Like, none of it was working. I was trying so hard, and I was burning myself out and breaking my body, just trying to be this perfect child for my family. And the reality is that I am disabled. I am sick, and I just have to kind of accept that. And, the stress that I was putting under my body made that this just an inevitable thing. And I'm not gonna get mad about that because it is what it is. It's already happened. Luckily, right now, as I am recording this, the seizures aren't as bad right now. I think trying to get my sleep schedule kind of under control and trying to be a little bit more active has really, really been helping get some of that stress out of my body and helping my brain kind of heal a little bit more. I'm very excited to when I can see my neurologist and get some answers on what the heck to do is happening. And I'm just dealing with it kind of one day at a time. I do think it's a little funny though, because I'm like, well, it's not like anything else could go wrong with my body. Bam! Seizures. Huh? No. There's... Why me? Why? That's so silly. I don't want seizures. No more, please. But like I said, we deal with it. We roll with the punches. As far as like what's going to happen with streaming, I did have to take like an extended break from that just to like kind of get that under control, because it was like anything would set them off. So I'm going to start trying to get back into that, and I'm working on commissions. If you are interested in getting a commission from me, please feel free to shoot me a DM or an email. That is currently my main source of income, so if you like the drawings that you see me working on, you can have your piece also be shown on a video that I will draw and that you paid me to draw for you. That's something that I do. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I am very excited to be back in action on content and being able to actually take care of myself and my mental and physical needs. And it's been so nice being able to hang out with you guys and just kind of go back to how things used to be before my life just kind of fell apart. But like I said, it is what it is. We deal with it. We roll with it. Hello, hello, hello. I would love to give a shout out to my wonderful, amazing, stunning, gorgeous patrons. To our $5 patrons, I would love to give a shout out to Bun and Punch. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To the absolutely stunning, gorgeous, amazing $10 patrons, we have Cube, I Don't Need No Gender, Say Saida, Lucy Melon, Nightmares. Thank you, thank you, thank you, you gorgeous, gorgeous people. Mwah. And to the $100 patron that is stuck by me, oh my goodness gracious, Noah, thank you so much. You are a stunning, stunning person, and I adore you so much. I hope you all are having a fantastic and wonderful day. And hey, don't forget to drink some water. I'll see you next time. Bye!